Rosh haShana. New Year. New Year of what, though? The world. In the Tefillot, we say it's Harat Olam, the birth of the world, birthday of the world, if you will. Notably, it doesn't actually mean that. Harat Olam actually means the conception of the world, not the birth of the world. Notably, the world was created on the 25th day of the month of Elul, as it would come to be. What is Rosh haShana? Rosh haShana is the anniversary of the 6th day of creation week, the day humans were created. What's the point? And I think that's an important connection to all of it. Because if you think about it, who cares? What is a year? The Earth returns more or less to the same point where it was after having gone around the sun once. So what? A month. What's a month? The moon goes through its cycle of phases and returns to the same phase at roughly the same spot in the sky. So what? So what is that our lives are governed by cycles. And notably, Rosh haShana, the year on the Hebrew calendar, is not strictly connected to the Earth going around the sun. It's roughly, and over the course of a number of years, it balances out a bit less, a bit more. But our months are lunar months, and therefore the year is an approximation. But it's more important that we're governed by the cycles, and the cycles within the cycles, and the cycles overlapping the cycles, than that we're governed by one specifically. And that's the whole purpose. Life is all about cycles. Yes, in a sense, individual lives are linear. We're born, we live, we die. But I have children. My children are born. And someday they will have children who are born. Just as my ancestors were born and they lived and they died. And their descendants were born and they lived and they died. Each individual life may be linear, but the overarching pattern of history, of birth, of life, of death, every year we have the same holidays, but you're supposed to be a different person this year on Rosh haShana than you were last year on Rosh haShana. Pesach this year is different to Pesach last year. Chag HaSukkot this year is different to Chag HaSukkot last year. It's a cycle. It's not a circle per se, in that we exactly come back to where we were, but it's a spiral of sorts in which each point corresponds to another point on another level of the spiral staircase, going up or going down. Only humans have the capability of doing this, of growing. As I once heard a teacher say, a cow doesn't have aspirations to grow up and to become a horse. Humans have potential, and we're constantly growing. That is why Rosh haShana marks the beginning of humanity rather than the beginning of the universe itself. Because it is with humanity that the universe became, in a sense, self-aware, capable of growth, mindful growth, rather than just natural evolution. That is the sum total of human life. That is what the conception of the world is. And that is what the Day of Judgment is, where God stops and takes account of everything. So too are we meant to do. We stop and we take stock. Have we grown? Have we changed? And if so, for the better or for the opposite? I wish all of you the best for the coming year. And most importantly, a year of growth, a year of development, a year of personal evolution and change. Shana Tova, and all the best.